Now that the outside of the camper is painted, we are going back inside to do some more work. What I need to do before I start the cabinets and the bed and all of the other stuff is get both of the walls put in. Now I've been delaying this because I couldn't quite find the track that I wanted to use to go along the interior of the camper walls so that I could slide my plywood into it. So I finally figured out that C-channel would probably work best for me. Problem is trying to get it to bend. So I'm using a technique, I can't remember what it's called, but you make notches in your metal and it makes it flexible. So what I did was bought a 90-inch piece of 1/2-inch C-channel aluminum, and I've added about 40 notches in there, made it flexible so that I could screw it into the aluminum walls. Alright, so there's my C-channel there, and you can tell I've got notches. Now I'm just going to take my grinder and just go from the top right here and just cut down just a little bit, just enough to kind of give it some flexibility. And then once that's done, I will show you exactly what it does. Alright, so I'm done cutting the little notches, and this right here will just make it, once I get in there, it makes it really flexible to where I can bend it to the curve that I need to. There's that metal piece that I just cut, and basically all I did was just line it up with the other side that I had already done, and then fastened it with some metal screws inside there to keep it secure. But one thing I did not take into consideration when I was doing this on my practice run is I just assumed, I don't know why I did, that the wall went straight up before it started curving, but it actually bows out a little bit. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little gap right in there. Not the best cut job I ever did. It's got little gaps, so we'll seal that in too. But I did not want it to be like really tight in there. I want it to have a little bit of give, only because when the camper moves, it can offset for that movement. But it is level and it is straight. I checked that out. But once our cabinets get in and we'll secure this to the cabinet, that sucker is it's not going to go anywhere. That 1/2-inch C-channel and that 1/2-inch piece of plywood worked perfect. I wish I would have thought about that earlier. One thing I really wish I was good at is taking like cardboard and making a template, so I know exactly how to cut my corners there, or to get the roundness correct on the plywood. I'm not good at doing that. I don't know why I struggle with using cardboard to get templates. I've tried doing it on some things in the past, and I can get kind of close, but I still have to go in there and do a lot of cutting. And so basically that's what I did with this, is I tried to do a little template, and I probably had to trim it up a dozen times before I got it like that. And that's probably why I have some of those little gaps at the top. So word of the wise, make sure you use your template if you know how to do that, and it would work a lot faster. Overall, the process wasn't long at all, and I just made it longer by really just trying to figure out that curve. So I may try it again on the other side because it is different than that. I thought maybe I could take this piece down and just trace it. But I went ahead and took this piece down and slid it into the other side, and it's a little bit different. Oh yeah, and then one thing, I'm gonna take that C-channel when it's done. I've got to trim this down, and I got to trim the bottom one, but I'm gonna put a piece of C-channel here as well, and it's gonna run the length of here, so it's gonna case it all in and make it look nice. That way this wood's not exposed on the edge, because I'd hate to run into this and get a splinter or scratch myself or something like that. It's gonna look nice. But anyways, I'm really happy to get this started. I'll be really happy when it's done, so I can start moving to something else. Permanently the cabinets, which fingers crossed, we've got a plan for the cabinets, so we'll wait and see, I hope.
We are in crunch mode, guys. It is October. That means we have surpassed 1 year since we started taking this camper apart. Wade has been in full crunch mode this week. He has been trying to get a lot of things done. We haven't filmed any of it. So I want to show you guys what he has accomplished, what he's been doing. I'm painting today. Shocker, that's all we've been doing lately. But before I start painting, I want to show you guys everything that he has accomplished in the past week. So first, Wade built these walls for the bathroom, and then he started building cabinets. So I have them taped off a little bit. They're all wiped down and clean. They're ready for paint. Yeah, so this is a workstation slash eatery. This part right here is going to be really nice storage for an outside compartment. So it covers the wheel well, and it's got some outside storage. But we've got some outlets and stuff going on over here, hidden. And then we'll have our countertop on top of here. We're not painting the countertop, so we'll put that in later. But yeah, these are super cool for someone that doesn't build cabinets for a living. It's really nice. This is going to be our kitchen. The refrigerator right there is going to go sit right there. It's going to be underneath the countertop there. And this is where our sink's going to sit, and we'll have some storage, more storage to add here. And then this is going to be some more storage as well. And then we come over here, and this is going to be like a little seat, mostly for Remy, but anybody can sit here. Because we have also attached is our bed. So Wade built the bed. There's some storage compartments down here below. Also, if you see, there's tons of storage underneath here. You can just pop this up. And then we have all of our batteries, our water, everything electrical is underneath here, and you can still access it from the back here. There's 3 panels in the back where you can pull up and access and do anything that you need to do. But yeah, basically, he's built these in just over 3 days. He's got it all nice and sanded down. So today I am going to be painting. Obviously we're running out of daylight because, of course, why not? But I do want to get the first coat of paint on all of the surfaces. We have painted the final coat on both of the walls, so we don't have to worry about that. But we're going to paint the bed, the seating area, in both of these cabinet spaces. And I'm going to try to get that done today so I can knock this out before the week's over because, of course, we are on time crunch.
Start it up.
It's been 2 days since we left off painting. Wade actually jumped in the other day. I was just gonna paint, but we were losing daylight pretty quick, so he ended up helping me. And by the time things were done, I was covered in paint. We had already put the cameras up, but I looked like a total disaster. But we did get the first coat done that night, and then since then, Wade surprised me and got coat number 2 and coat number 3 with also a third or a touch-up. So all in all, it was almost 4 coats of paint if you want to consider the touch-up a 4th coat. We used the color Warm Putty by Valspar in a cabinet and furniture finish, semi-gloss. We did not want to have everything white in here. We wanted to have a little bit of color, which of course, it's not much color, and you really can't tell at this moment the way that things look right now. Without any lights or anything, that it is much different than white, but I assure you it's going to look so much better than just having white countertops. It's going to bring a lot of warm tones in here, and we're really excited about it. So yeah, that is it for this vlog. We are going to be starting on the countertops next. Thank you guys for following along, and we will see you in the next one. Bye guys.